Most men talk their way out of attraction. The real ones, they let silence and touch do the talking. Because here's the real truth, you guys. A woman's body starts listening before her mind ever catches up. One brush of your hand, one perfectly timed pull of her waist, and her nervous system says, "Oh, this man gets it. He knows who I am." You don't need pickup lines. You don't need clever lines. You need physical language and to be the physical guy. And once you master it, she'll start thinking about you in ways she can't explain, even when you're gone. Today, I'm giving you 6 physical arousal triggers that turn chemistry into contact. No gimmicks, no overthinking, just pure, embodied, erotic attraction. Lean in and let's start the podcast. You guys are listening to the Masculinized Show, a podcast for introverts to become more masculine and get the body of an alpha male, and of course get more mentally healthy and get that seducer's mindset, if you get me. And lastly, I help guys become more desirable and get the mindset of a seducer. Let's get into the podcast. Let's lock it in. I'm going to tell you all about what I do to girls from my secret life. If you've heard my previous podcast last week on how to build your mysterious secret life. Listen, brothers, this one is a little bit naughty. So if you can't handle it, go to a different dating podcast, like The Art of Reframing or something like that. But anyhow, you ever notice how the guys who get women never push them into an outcome? Or they never really rush their words. They move like they already know she's interested. They assume attraction. That's because they understand the power of touch. The physical dialogue, right? I want to show you guys high-value seductive moves in this podcast, so keep listening. See, attraction isn't just about what you say. It's about how you make her feel in the split second between your words. In fact, you guys, it's all in the emotional mind. I cover the emotional mind in my second dating ebook that is very important to understand in my book, Closer's Guide to Seduction. When you touch her arm as you laugh, or you guide her through a crowd with your hand on her waist, that's not random. That's physical communication. Every woman is constantly reading micro signals: tone, eye contact, posture, nonverbal communication, even proximity. When you add calibrated touch, that mix, what I'm saying here is her body starts responding on an unconscious level. In this episode, brothers, it's about training that calibration. I have 6 simple arousal triggers. Oh yeah, arousal triggers. I should say physical arousal. That shift her from "I like him" to "I can't stop thinking about him. Oh my God, I can't stop thinking about him." You're going to learn the 3 touch rule, inner wrist activation, waist control, and even more. The exact physical triggers that I have used that awaken her feminine spirit in real time. This is a good one, you guys. So wherever you're listening to, in the gym or your night drive, or even before you go out to practice a game, I want you to be relaxed, grounding, and breathing slow. Because when you understand how to move your body with intent, you'll feel it long before you even make a move. So let's get started. The 3 touch rule. Let's start with the foundation, the 3 touch rule. You've got 5 minutes from the moment you meet her to the physical channel. That's it. Not sexual, not aggressive, no. Just human contact with intent, okay? I talk about how clarity of intent works. Find that podcast earlier in my podcast library. It's a good one, you guys. How to communicate clarity of intent. Steal my lines. Yeah, good one. Anyhow, touch number 1, light and playful. Maybe she laughs, you touch her arm. Your anchor and comfort. Girls love when you touch them. They do. I want you to know that right now. When you touch her on the shoulder, that's a good thing. But really, you should move it to the wrist. I'll talk about inner wrist activation a little later. I also recommend going for the neck. But anyways, not that far quite yet. Just listen to me. Touch number 1, light and playful. Maybe she laughs, you touch her arm, okay? Now, touch number 2, situational, okay? You lean in to talk. Your shoulder brushes hers, or your hand grazes back as you pass behind her. Often, you guys, I'll put my hand on their lower back for like situational, okay? You lean in to talk. Touch your low back as you lean in, right? Situational, okay? Or your shoulder brushes against hers, if you get me, okay? Now, touch number 3, confirmation. The high five that lingers a heartbeat too long, or that gentle tap on her hand when she teases you, okay? This is you getting her comfortable with your touch. Now, remember, you guys, take away touch first, okay? Here's a huge rule to touch. You need to make sure that you remove touch before she does, okay? You need to be the one that gets her chasing your touch, if that makes sense, okay? Now, touch number 3, okay, back to that, right? Touch number 3 is confirmation. The high five lingers a heartbeat too long, or that gentle tap on her hand when she teases you, okay? Now, what you're doing here is teaching her nervous system that your touch feels safe and exciting. Most men wait until attraction dies before they ever bridge that gap. That's wrong, you guys. It's all about timing, okay? Your timing matters, okay? You need to remember that timing fucking matters, all right? You're doing the opposite. You're making touch normal from the minute you meet her, okay? She starts to mirror you. Brothers, listen to me. I always pay close attention to mirroring. If she's mirroring my body language, then I will initiate touch right away. Now, anyhow, she'll playfully nudge back, lean closer, or find reasons to stay in your space, okay? That right there is a good thing. Now, that's also not coincidence either. That's conditioning. You trained her body to listen before her mind has time to analyze, okay? Now you heard the 3 touch rule, okay? It's time for the inner wrist touch. The inner wrist touch. Once you've opened that physical dialogue, you move to the next layer, the inner wrist touch. This one's subtle, almost invisible to everyone else, but her body will light up. When you stroke or squeeze the inside of her wrist during conversation, you're not just touching skin. You're speaking directly to the nerve endings wired to arousal and trust. That's why it's such a massive power move, you guys. It feels innocent, but it's also very intimate, okay? You might do it when she's showing you something on her phone. Your fingers trace her wrist for a moment before you take the phone. Or when you are walking beside her, your hand slips down her forearm, thumb brushing her wrist as you guide her across the street. Watch how her breath changes. She'll inhale deeper. Her eyes might drop for a second. Her tone softens. That's the body's tell, not the mind's. The key here is restraint. Don't overdo it. The well-timed inner wrist touch creates more charge than 10 obvious moves. Brothers, listen to me. This one is very subtle, but when done right, it can really increase comfort big time. So, don't overlook this one, okay? Let's keep moving forward. Alright, I'm going to talk about waist control, you guys. This is where comfort turns into chemistry, okay? The waist is the center of gravity, physical and emotional. When you place your hand there, even just a little bit longer than usual, it communicates authority and safety at the same time. So don't be afraid to grab her waist, okay? Picture this. You're guiding her through a crowd. Your hand finds her waist. You're not pulling, you're leading. She feels direction, okay? Now, just remember this right now, okay? If you're dancing, your fingers hook into her belt loops as you pull her a little closer, just enough to make her feel your strength, okay? So, waist control, you guys. Think about frame control, but physical frame control, okay? That's really what I want to communicate to you right now. This is what her body thinks, okay? Oh, he's in control. I can trust him. I can trust him to lead me. That's exactly what girls think, you guys. How do I know that? It's because I've been in this situation, okay? Just believe me. This is what is really hot to girls, you guys. Is you lead, but you lead with care, okay? Now, let's keep fucking going. That right there is the sweet spot. You show dominance, right? And some care at the same time. That little balance really makes all the difference, you guys. That balance that wakes up her feminine side without saying a word to her. Right, you guys? Just like being the silent rake. But you dance with her in a very sexy way, right? Most men either hesitate or they overcompensate. But you, my friend, you are the listener of the Masculine Mindset Show. You are a part of my fan base. I don't care if you're not even in my fitness courses. You are a listener of my podcast, and I want you to listen to me right now. If you are leading women, understand waist control. This is waist control right here, okay? You touch with precision. You're calm. You're grounded. You're intentional, okay? Just remember this, you guys. Remember this right now. Be the physical guy, okay? But grab her waist in like a very caring way. She'll feel it in her bones. It'll turn her on, okay? Because when a man moves with intent, she relaxes into his stronger frame. This is where the energy turns from playful to primal. Neck bite and hair pull. Oh, fuck yeah. We're stepping into the sensual zone. The neck bite and hair pull. This one separates the boys from the men. I once said this quote read a very long time ago, you guys. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. Don't you get tired of grown men acting like little boys who cannot escalate properly? Oh, I love that shit. Damn, that's good stuff. So, try that one. Anyways, it's not about aggression, you guys. It's about restraint. When you're holding her close, make sure that she's on that high note. You got her on that high point. Her body temperature is way high. Attraction and body temperature, very similar, if you know what I mean. Now, when you hold her close, slide your hand up the back of her neck. Let your fingers tangle gently in her hair. Not yanking. Listen to me, guys. Don't yank. Okay? You need to calibrate properly. Just claiming space. You're not yanking. You're just claiming space. Lean in. Close. Look at her lips. Let your lips hover near her ear. Then trace the curve of her neck with your teeth. Soft, teasing, and deliberate. You're not taking control. You're showing her you already have it. With some restraint. Some masculine restraint, if you get me. The magic is in the contrast. Your breath is warm. Your grip is firm. And the bite is barely there. That contrast floods her body with adrenaline and oxytocin. Dominance and safety mixed in one hit. Every woman who's ever said, I like a man who takes charge, is talking about this moment right here. Listen to me, brothers. You do want to bite her neck just a little bit here, okay? Feed her comfort, but again, just watch how her comfort level goes, okay? You listen to her. If she says you can go further, then go ahead and go a little further. But if she likes just a little bit of a neck bite, but she doesn't want it too rough, then listen to her, you guys. Just listen, okay? Because a lot of guys, they don't listen and then they get themselves slapped. So don't do that. I don't want my fans getting slapped, okay? So, anyways, as I said, every woman who's ever said, I like a man who takes charge, this is what she's talking about. Right here, okay? That subtle bite on the neck. Subtle, okay? I said subtle. I don't mean be too overt here, okay? And then after that, look at her in the eyes. Then look at her lips. Back up into the eyes. That upside down triangle, if you know what I mean. I'll talk about that on a different podcast, but after you look at her lips, and then you want to tug at her hair, right? It's so sexy, you guys. I want you to do that right now. That is physical arousal trigger right there. Let's go, you guys. The way you hold her neck tells her everything about the way you'll hold her heart. Do it with care, you guys. Do it with a little bit of empathy, because they show that you're going to take care of her in the bedroom, if you know what I mean by that. You got this, you guys. Let's keep moving forward. Ooh, this next one, you guys, is one of my favorites of all time, and I have used it time and time again because I love it that much. Pinning against a surface. Fuck yes. There's a moment when words stop working, when eye contact becomes too heavy to hold, and you both know something's about to shift. That's when you close the distance. You step in, slow, deliberate, and guide her back until her spine meets the wall, the door, or even the counter. Your hand slides to her hip first, anchoring her body. Then you raise her wrists, pinning them gently above her head, not to trap her, okay, but to frame her. Big difference, okay? Your face hovers inches from hers. She exhales, and you feel the tremor in her chest before you ever kiss her. Ooh, the tension's so high right now, as you can tell, right? You hold the pause. That pause is power. Every nerve in her body screams for what comes next. And that's when you lean in, not fast, not rough, slow it down. You do this with total control. Slow movements now. Because right here, dominance isn't about force. It's about patience. You're not just pinning her body, you're pinning her attention. Her pulse is racing because she realizes she's never felt safe surrendering before. So good, you guys. So good. Let's keep fucking going. So we covered the 3-touch rule, the inner wrist touch, waist control, neck bite and hair pull, pinning against a surface or like a wall. Now, we're going to cover lifting her. When a woman feels light in your arms, she stops thinking and starts feeling. The lift isn't a stunt, it's a statement. You're gonna say, relax, I've got you, girl. Maybe you scoop her up mid-laugh. Maybe it's during a kiss and you lift her just enough for her feet to leave the floor. Your hands are secure, your frame unshakable, your breath steady. In that moment, she isn't analyzing you. She's experiencing what you feel like. I'm gonna say this right now. Strength plus frame control plus care equals trust. So good, you guys. Now, trust is the real aphrodisiac. As I talk about building trust in my book, Closer's Guide to Seduction, trust is half of it. Seriously, you get a girl's trust, seriously, she will want to fuck you like crazy. Speaking to you from experience on that one. Most men chase words that impress her mind. You're creating sensations that imprint her body. Okay? Because once she's been lifted by you, physically and emotionally, every time she thinks of you, her body remembers that weightless feeling. I'm going to go out with a little bonus physical move that I want you to do, okay? Throw her down on the bed. I love that shit, you guys. That right there is, in my mind, one of the most powerful, if you can do it the right way. Seriously, do it the right way. What you do, you lift her, then you gently just throw her down on her bed. Fuck, you guys. That shit turns girls on so much. Seriously, I'm telling you, gotta try that one, okay? But again, I do lift weights, so that does help. So listen to me, you guys. Listen to my fitness podcasts, okay? Listen to my fitness podcasts. And then you can lift girls up much more easily, if you get me. Now, let's get to the next part. Okay, guys. Let's cover how touch carries a message. Well, the question is, are you sending the right one? Most men try to talk their way into attraction. But the real seducers, they let their presence speak through touch, tone, and timing. We're gonna take out something real quick. Sometimes gambits, they don't really pay off in the way you think, okay? They do work, sure, but this shit is way more primal. If you understand physical arousal triggers, you understand what really turns girls on, you guys. Seriously. So, the point is this. Most men try to talk their way into attraction. The real seducers, they're the ones who let their presence speak through touch, tone, and timing, okay? Every move, from the light brush of her wrist to the way you guide her waist, as in the waist control, right, teaches her body how to respond to yours. And you lead her, you guys. You fucking lead. Remember, you guys, I do talk about flirting, right? Like if you heard how to flirt with the woman's coping mechanism. But remember, you guys, you need to increase trust. So the point of this podcast is this. There's a huge caveat to this podcast. Earn her trust and you get to be way more physical with her. She will love all of these physical arousal triggers once you really get her trust, because that right there is half it right there. Earn her trust. I want you to remember that, okay? Anyways, the next time you're with her, don't chase the moment, command it. Breathe slower, move with intention, let her feel the weight of your calm before you even lay a hand on her. That's what separates average from the unforgettable. Now, if this episode hit home, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Guys, listen to me right now. I do cover dating, but understand this. Check the show notes right now. I still offer Body Blueprint, okay? As we all know, you guys, the title aside, that program is going to help you get more healthy, because girls love a man who takes care of themselves. Anyways, if you want the deeper breakdown on how to turn physical presence into magnetic tension, hit the link in the description and grab your copy of Closer's Guide to Seduction. Until next time, you guys, stay grounded, stay in control, and dangerous. Now, one more thing. She doesn't really fall for your words. She falls for how your energy feels on her skin. Oh yeah, you guys, let's go. Peace out, you guys. I love you.